Today we are going to talk about the new Ppc M1 wing. I think it's gonna blow your mind, so let's talk about it.
Welcome back, everybody. We got such an exciting one today. First off, I'm super lucky to be back with Gwen. He's been traveling, he's been keeping this going, and I've been a little bit out of the mix with family. And we got an amazing one today. We have the Ppc wing designed and tested in New Zealand. We put some time on this thing, and we're excited to share with you guys what we feel and what we think. And let's dive into it.
Yeah. So quick plug-in first. Check out Wingfoil Pro Center. We have it at the shop. Every gear we always talk about on the channel is available at our new shop, wingfoilprocenter.com. If you enjoy our videos, if you find value out of what we do for you guys, we would appreciate the support. But the Ppc M1 wing, I would say, I didn't really, the Ppc wing, there was a previous version and we didn't try it, so it wasn't really on our radar. And I feel like it's kind of like one of those wings that like maybe you didn't know about, and then you try it and you're gonna be like, how did I not know about it? So a few things that are like different about this wing is the material. So if you look at the leading edge, it's kind of like a pretty unique color. It looks pretty like cool, and it's Dyneema, which basically allows to pump it stiffer, like to pump it higher pressure, make the frame stiffer. So that's something that's really good. The other thing when you look at it is the canopy. To me, right away you can notice the canopy tension is really good. There is no flopping, there is no fluttering when you ride it, when you flag the wing. It's something that's kind of like pretty incredible that it keeps its shape whether you are powered or whether you flag it. The canopy is kind of like a custom material, and the good thing about it is it's very
Durable.
Very durable, and so you can feel it. You know, you can feel it's a bit thicker, so durable, no stretching. We've been using it for a couple of months, so it's maybe not enough time to tell, but for sure, like that's what they claim, more durable.
Well, when you look at it, it's super incredibly well made. The valves I think are like top of the line, very incredible valves. I think they're more on the SUP side of things when it comes to a valve.
Yeah.
But just easy in, easy out dump, very bomb proof on the valves.
There's no leaking when you pump it.
They're awesome.
It's
to me that stood out, top level. The next one is the handles are really, really solid. So the handles are gonna be a little bit thicker than a lot of companies, so it almost feels like you're riding a boom, which is a really nice thing because you got a lot to grab onto. But I'm gonna dive into what I personally felt when I flew this. Yeah, we're gonna flip it over here so you guys can actually see this side of it. So right off the bat, I mean, the biggest thing for me was when you grab this thing, it is made really, really well. That's my perception right off the bat was wow. Now, when I first went out on the water, the biggest thing I personally noticed was it's incredibly balanced, but it's your minute movements made so much to me, like as in I could increase power, and then release it in 2 seconds, and I had incredible control. So this wing, I felt like you could ride it under, over, whatever, and have tons of versatility. Versus some wings, I feel like when you get riding, they get loaded up and you're loaded and there's not much you can do. Which the opposite of this wing, I felt like you had a lot of control in a lot of conditions. Not to mention, jumping on this was hands down what I would choose to jump on a wing, because it penetrated the wind so well that you could jump and you would enter into the wind versus stalling and then dropping. So to me, it was really efficient into the wind, and you had tons of control with the wing. The only thing I would say that was something that stood out for me was this main handle on the front when you're riding waves is a little larger, so the wing kind of does a little bit of movement So this could be a little bit tighter. That would be one thing that I noticed that was something that stood out. But I would say this wing for jumping, for efficiency, for speed, control was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, very fast, very powerful, very responsive, direct feeling. What I love about it is the range. I feel like when you get, there are a lot of good wings out there, but often it's gonna be maybe good for on the low end, or it's gonna be good for the high end, but you don't often get both. And I feel like with this one, you get the really good low end. If you are in light wind, you are gonna get up, and if you are powered, it's gonna feel good still. So yeah, if you are gonna, pretty much to me, any use. The only thing I would say, exactly like you said, the front handle, when you put the wing down and you surf, it's a bit soft, so you don't have as much control. I wish it would be as solid as a leading edge handle as the strut handles. Other thing is,
but it was pretty minor, but it was noticeable. We just want to point that out.
We are just being critical here. But other thing, if we want to be critical, is the small sleeve. I found that like they kind of like move around and end up on your handle. So maybe would be good to maybe find a way to like get it like secured. And obviously this is a very durable wing, very stiff, smaller leading edge. So going upwind is incredible. One thing is it's not the lightest wing out there. Personally, it doesn't bother me. I would rather have something more durable and compromise on the weight. But if you are looking for the lightest wing out there, that's not going to be the lightest wing. But again, you know, you get the durability, and to me, I really value that aspect.
Yeah, I mean, Gwen said it really well. If you're riding this in super light conditions, you may notice a little bit of that, a little more weight, we'll call it, than some wings. But the biggest thing I would say is it's so well balanced that if it gets windy or you're not going to notice the weight because it's so well balanced when you have wind.
Yeah.
The wing is just incredibly well balanced, so it can just sit there in your hands and you don't have like too much backhand pressure or too much front hand pressure. The canopy tension is spot on, and they have these little battens in the back, which also helps from flutter and also that bagging out of a wing. So I think longevity, it's going to be really good. This, you can pump this so incredibly hard, and you know, like Gwen said, it's a smaller leading edge, so you can, you know, this material, you can put so much pressure in it. So this wing is incredibly stable. It won't torque or flex or twist. But other than that, I mean,
last thing I would mention is the windows. Very minimal windows, but exactly where you want them.
Yeah.
So I feel like sometimes windows are like pretty wide, and then you just see the sky, which is not useful. These are pretty small and in the right place, so windows, perfect.
All I would say is, you know, truthfully, you're gonna see PPC in the industry because, you know, for not building, we'll call it wings for years and years and years, or inflated kites or whatever it is, this is an incredibly well-made wing, incredibly well-made wing.
Yeah, I mean, PPC came out with a bang here with this M1 wing, and
sizes 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah, so get your hands on one. I'm telling you, this is one of the wings that you only need to try it once to be convinced, in my opinion. Some wings, maybe you need to ride it, get used to it. This one, take it for a ride and you will be convinced.
Yeah, it's a home run, and obviously we critique it to maybe too specific, but we do it because we want to make sure that we cover everything that hopefully helps you and what you're looking for a wing. And we always end on a good note, and so today we're going to talk about making sure that you listen to the ones that are around you, or you're present to the ones that are around you, because a lot of times we get so focused on work, we get so focused on family, maybe it's maybe you just had a child and you're only focused on your child, and you got to remember you have a wife or a husband, or you have family members, or you even have cousins or people that you kind of like just lose touch with because you're so busy on something else. Remember, that's the most important thing in life, because work will come and go, family will always be there, and it's the memories and the relationships and that ongoing kind of love for people. Not to mention it'll keep you positive and happy. and that's life.
That's it. So go out there, enjoy your session with your M1, come back to your family, your friends, and
appreciate that.
And yeah, be grateful for that. So hope that this helped. If you have been using the M1 already, make sure you post your comments on what's your feedback, because we just share our thought, but that's only that's our thought only. So we love to hear from you. Let us know. If you want the M1, check out Wingfoil Pro Center. We have it. And on that note, we'll see you guys next week.
Thank you.